Good morning, everyone. Thank you to everyone who sent through messages and left comments, sent emails, and had some fairly in-depth phone calls with me over the last few days. It's, I guess the reaction to our first couple of videos has touched home with a few people already, which is good. And please keep the feedback coming. If there's any topics you want us to talk about, we certainly can. To keep these videos brief, to make sure that they don't go on too long, I'm just going to touch on a couple of things that businesses can do right now, or what I believe they should be focusing on right now to make sure that they're ready for whatever's in front of them. I guess we wake up today, what are we now, Friday, and we've had a whole week of stock markets continuing to fall and bounce back again and fall further. The US market will certainly crash further today when they wake up. Around Saigon, we've had a lot more businesses close down. Still not a huge amount, but look, I'd be guessing 1 or 2 in every 10 are struggling or closed down or making plans to close here. We've got major events and major gatherings that have been cancelled and delayed around the world for the first time in the last couple of days, and it appears that the US and Australia have finally realised that this issue is not going to go away with words, and they're starting to make some decisions over there, which doesn't seem to be very clear decisions. And I'm not sure whether that environment will change in either the US or Australia. It seems to be the approach they've got at the moment. Things are on, then they're off. It's not as clear as what it is over here in Vietnam. And that's despite both leaders saying that they're trying to be stoic and say that they're going to go out to football matches and that they're not worried about the virus and so forth. I think their teams below them are going to probably lead the way. I guess as far as business goes, I want to highlight a belief I've had for most of my career, and that is that money and value does not disappear. No one sits in the corner and rips up $100 bills, and they don't destroy money. Rather, money and value shifts around the world if we take a holistic point of view. I've got a 30-minute presentation that details my philosophy behind that. It's too long for these videos. But after factoring in all economic controls and mechanisms, that I can explain how that money shifts around the world. So if we're of that belief, and you may not agree with that, but if we're of that belief, then someone doesn't lose money or lose value unless someone else gains from it. There's many examples of that around the world as countries have gone through good economic times, and then they've gone through poor economic times or recessions or crisis in their own countries. So things do go in cycles, and money and value does shift, is my opinion. So if that's the case, when we're in small business, we should be looking for opportunity. So in your business, small business in a small town or in a large city, there's always something you can do in your business that might be different to what you've done before. If you're in large business, there's lots of things you can do, because generally in large business you're exposed to different countries as well, or multi-currencies, and you might find that the currency that you're predominantly dealing in is depressed at the moment, or it's at all-time lows, and therefore you might be able to shift your focus over to currencies and work that generates invoices in currencies that are a bit stronger against, say, the Australian dollar or the Vietnamese dong. So with small business and medium business, we need to look for opportunity. I've certainly been doing that with my business partner Lydia over the last few days, looking for opportunity in our business, what we can do a little bit different to what we've done before to not even minimise the impact, to make sure that we can continue to prosper as we have been for the last couple of years. So when you look at opportunity, I look at things like shops like soap shops, for example. I was reading the Financial Times this morning, and soap shops, there was an interview there with one lady who owns a network of soap and body type products, and their sales have gone from 100 items a day up to 3,000 items a day, and they are prospering during this hard time. Now, they didn't expect that. That was out of their control. but it's just interesting to see, to try and identify which businesses are doing quite well now, because for every business that's struggling, there's another business that's doing a little bit better. So other businesses that immediately come to mind are mask manufacturers. A lot of people are making that choice to wear masks. Alcohol wipes, the virus test kit companies that are creating the virus test kits all around the world. They're in massive demand. America ordered 1 million on Monday to be delivered and tested. We're having, at a guess, maybe several million tests being conducted each day around the world. So people involved in those industries and the supply chain related to those industries are prospering at the moment, and companies working on vaccinations, obviously. The other small businesses that I can see that are doing quite well are home delivery companies for essentials. People are scared now to go out to the supermarkets, or they're jumping online to find the products they can't find at their supermarkets or other critical essentials. So home delivery companies are starting to become a lot busier because of that fear of going outside and into public places. Takeaway businesses are another business that's doing very, very well. A lot of people are now ordering their food in, and as I mentioned, online shopping. And so I guess, I haven't given much information. I've just shared some thoughts and opinions. If people want to contact me or send emails or messages, I am making myself available and to discuss further. Everyone's got different circumstances, but I just want to highlight, I guess, that there is opportunity, and I don't want to sound too pessimistic and negative like everybody, but we need to be cautious as everyone's telling us. But in your own business, there are many, many areas that you can find in your business. I know there is, that you can find that you can make changes to help you get through these times. And I'm very happy if clients, or even people that aren't clients, if you want to have a chat about your particular business and then just try and think on the phone ideas that we might be able to do or you might be able to do for your business that might put you in a better position. So I'm going to leave it on that. It's gone a little bit longer than I thought. Thanks everybody for communicating with us. We really appreciate it. This might be a new way that we communicate with clients more often now that we're starting to see some of our more regular appointments being cancelled at the last minute for fear of being in rooms with groups of people. That's certainly happening over here in Vietnam. So you might see a few more of these videos than what we first anticipated. Thanks everybody. We'll see you soon.